Okay, so today, to deepen your connection with yourself, we are going to ask a silly or goofy question to ourselves because, like, why not? We're playing a game. We want the smiles. Silly and goofy questions bring them. So, if you were an animal, what animal would you be? And you may not even think this is like a goofy question at all. You may take it very seriously and like consider it, very thoroughly. Beautiful, great, but you also might think it's goofy and you might not want to answer or might think this is like silly. You can also answer it in a quick off the cuff way, like, I don't care, this is lame, it's inconsequential. That's fine. That'll still get us where we need to go. But what I love about this question, or part of the reason why I think people consider it silly, is that it's a kid's question, isn't it? I mean, it's a kid's question because, when we were kids, we would answer this question like it was legit. They would be totally amused and entertained by this. This would be like, yeah, I'm going to carefully consider this and, let's talk about this. Like, what kind of animal would you be? And I love that. I love that. So even if you can't get into that, like, taking it seriously thing, that's okay. Like, you don't even need to take it seriously at all. Just what animal would you be if you were an animal? And get your answer, right? And then we'll start asking some further questions like, why? If you said cat, why? Is it because your cat gets to lay around lazy all day and you wish you could, or your cat gets to, roam around outside or be in the sunlight and you wish you could? Or did you say cat because of the, stealth physical abilities and the hunting abilities and all the, cool physical attributes that a cat has? Or did you say deer because you pass a lot of deer on your way home every night and you kind of have this familiar relationship with them and you see them all the time, so you just kind of have a connection with that animal? Or maybe you like the way that their eyes look, because at each level, ask yourself more questions. Like, you just like the way they look. Okay, why? Oh, I like their eyes. I like how gentle their eyes look, and then you're like arriving at real words like gentle or serene or, something like that, sweet. Or you might say bear or something like that because you like admire its ferocity, or you think you are ferocious, which actually brings us, or like the way that they protect their young with such ferocity. That may be something that you identify with or admire, which brings us, what I was just about to say, to the next part of questioning or realizing and sorting through this as a game. Okay, which way are you answering? Now that you've kind of given your answer and then your whys, or at least some of your whys, like, explore further into, was I answering that according to who I actually am? Or was I answering that according to what I'd like to be, what I admire, what I hope to embody? And that tells you something, okay, like, you hope to embody ferocity or you already are. And then that kind of brings us to our next level too, which is like, isn't this kind of showing you things that you value? I mean, isn't this little inconsequential, question, silly, goofy thing that we're asking? It's kind of showing you some things that you value. Like, I value serenity, or I value time out in nature, or time in the sunlight, or I value not having to do a lot of work, or I value, stealth, cunning skills that the cat has in the wild. It's kind of letting you know things that you value, which is information about you. And, if you didn't come up with a lot yet, definitely look some more stuff up. But even if you did come up with tons of stuff, continue to look up your animal. If you picked like turtle or bear or whatever, like, look up some more things about the bear. And see what else is in there. If you never knew that they were very protective of their young, like, when you learn that, does that also play into information that could be true about yourself? Or information or attributes that you could potentially admire or hope to embody? Whatever. See what else you can find. And, like I said, like, isn't this interesting how this question, that's like a kid's question, and it's playful and it's something that we're just doing as a game, passively can feed you information about yourself back. It can be a way to give yourself some passive information about what you value, who you are, what you see yourself as, what you hope to embody, just all of that by pulling out these whys. Like, oh yeah, why do you like turtles so much? Oh, because they carry their home on their back. And I think that's really cool. It's like, oh, is home really important to you? And like being able to take it with you, is that really, having a sense of home and groundedness like at all times, is that important to you? And so it's cool like that. And that is what I love about these games, and how they like sideways toss in information about ourselves. So I hope it helps you deepen with yourself.